Hello guys, my name is Jakaraj Padak. Super glad, super happy that you're here to learn something new. By the way, what is the thing we will be learning today? Today we'll be learning something called the stand. The stand, okay, not this one. Yeah, this is this is the website. This is the official website, and this is like a super cool website to be visiting. By the way, what is the stand? The stand is a state management library. Like it's a global state management library for React. What do I mean by global state management library? You can access any state from anywhere of any other component as well. That's if you have used Redux, you know what I'm talking about. So by the way, whatever is the case, let's moving forward. We'll be first setting up a project. So let's set up a project on Vite. Okay, so Vite. So we'll be using Vite to set up our Zastan project. And by the way, you can initialize a project by this. If you want to work with this, the npm and node should be installed. So if you're learning a state management tool, I think you must be knowing all these things, all like this thing. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll just go to documents, right? Then we'll go to I think, yeah, results. And after that will be just I'll just make this bigger. I will just paste this command, which is npm init vite @latest, which will basically use the latest version of Vite to initialize our project. So first of all, let's name our project. So let's learn it, learn the stand. So learn the stand. We'll be going with React, and we'll be do you want with the TypeScript or without TypeScript? Okay, let's go with without TypeScript right now. Okay, so learn the stand, and let's install all the dependencies which it has. So let it install. By the way, till that time I want to discuss why am I making this project using Vite, not Create React App? Because it's faster. That's the sole purpose. So we'll be starting this in Visual Studio Code, and we'll start this in development mode, so that like we have this, I mean, here. If we just go to localhost port 3000, which is, this is our Vite application right now. A very simple application. This is our Vite application. Going forward, like this is our app in VS Code right now. So the first thing we'll be doing is going to the app.js and removing everything which it has from before, so that the page becomes blank and we have mental peace in my mind. Blank page to work with, right? So let's remove all of these. So if I just go, there's a blank page, you can see. So right now we have a blank page, right? So we can just remove these two things as well, because we don't need them. I'm sorry for the noise, I cannot do anything about them. First of all, what we'll do is we'll just make a components folder where our to-do component will be living. Any NTS components, really bad in spellings. And let's make it a to-do.jsx. So this is the component we'll be using. First of all, I'm using an extension which is called Simple React Snippets, and this helps me to generate some commonly used React code very, very quickly, like importing React, generating a functional component, and writing to-do. This is done very fast using this simple React Snippets extension. The next thing is we'll be creating a very simple design. Okay, so we're giving some class, and we'll say display. Okay, not class, it will be style. I don't want to create a class. Okay, we'll say display flex, right? The next thing which we want is justify content, space between. This is the space between. The next thing is do we want anything else? We want a padding, some amount of padding, which will be about like about 10 pixel, and we want a shadow, so box shadow, 1 pixel, 15 pixel, and let's give this like a small grayish type of shadow. The next thing is we will be actually putting two things over here. First of all, a text which we'll be getting from as a prop. So here we get props. You can do this, and you can write like this over here. That will also work. I mean, props dot text. This will also work, but I don't like this approach, right? for many reasons. So what we'll do is we'll destructure this and we'll say text, right? So now we don't need to write the props dot everywhere, right? So it's like only text, right? The next thing is we also want a button to be there, and okay, the button is close. We want one more thing. We also want an ID of the prop, which is we are doing, and how we'll be using this ID. I'll be discussing this in a while. So I'll be discussing this ID in a while. Okay. The next thing is how we are gonna actually use this in. Uh, I mean, how we are gonna use this. First of all, let's have a look at how this component actually looks like. So let's say if we just say to do, right? It needs two things. First of all, a text. So let's say haha, I'm just testing. Okay. Next thing is it needs an ID. So let's give an ID as 1. Okay. Save it. And if you'll see now, this is how it looks like now, like a close and a button, something like that. It looks, by the way, it is a humongous thing. Like it looks very, very big. Okay, we'll be doing one more thing over here. We'll be saying items, align items to in the center. So this will do what? This will align this to be in the center. And one more thing, here inside this, we'll be giving class name. Sorry, again, I'm giving class. I don't want to give class. This should be style. Okay. Padding. I'll be giving 100 pixel from the top, 200 pixel from the sides. This is how it will look basically. This is our first to-do list. One more thing we need an place from where we can add a to-do, right? So let's how we can make that. So first of all, there will be an input, right? The placeholder will be to-do, and the okay, let's give it right nice placeholder. Write your to-do here. By the way, don't judge my UI. This is not a UI tutorial. I'm just trying to make something where I can show you the use of the stand, right? So let's say this is a write your to do here, and there will be a button called submit button, whatever, submit button. So add to do, whatever. Right. So we have something like this. This looks, by the way, this looks humongous. This button, I don't know why. I don't know the reason. I think this is due to this app.css import. So we'll just close this, and now everything is back to its normal state, normal, like how normally it should look, right? Okay, so we can just make it a little bit bigger, right? Yeah. The next thing we'll be doing is actually trying to add the to do and delete it. So that's the goal, right? That's the goal of this application. Now, first of all, to use Zustand, you need to install Zustand. Very logical, right? Okay, so first of all, let's open terminal. So you can open terminal in VS Code by clicking control backtick. What is the backtick? It is the button which is in the left of your one most probably. Okay, so let's install Zustand. Right. By the way, I haven't, like, this is too small to watch, right? So let's make it a little bit bigger so that you could, like, there's an easy, that's too much. This is nice, right? So the next thing what we'll do is we'll just try to create a store, right? So what is a store? Store is like where you store all your state of the store, whatever. By the way, here we'll be saying use to do store.js. Use to do so, like this technique, like to I have learned from Ben Award. So I was looking at his code and I saw a store inside which he was creating something like this. So it was interesting. I also followed that. Okay, so use to do store. How will be making this? So first of all, what we'll do is we'll not let import create, okay, from Zustand, not Zustand vanilla, it's Zustand. Once you have that, what you can do is you can define your store over here. So let's say use to do store is equal to create. Okay, you pass a function, and that function should return a state. So you will have to like make this in the parentheses, right? And this will have a set function. By the way, this set function is actually helps us to set or modify the existing state. You'll see how that is done. First of all, let me export this. So export default, use to do store, and the next thing we'll be doing is actually saying to do's. Okay, first is add to do, so we can add a to do, and this will be a function, right? which will return set, right? And this will give us the previous state. Okay, right. So, and this should actually also return a state, so this should be something like this. We can do like to do's, right? uh, Something like, first of all, the new to do, which we'll be adding over here. So we'll say new to do. By the way, this function could be called from the component, like these components. I'll just show you how that could be done. So whatever new to do is, we'll be adding it over here, and we'll say state dot to do's, and we'll just give 3 dots over here. So we'll spread that over here. So we'll spread all the previous to do's right now over here with the new to do. So that's how it is. The next thing is we will be actually remove to do, right? So new to do, set state. Okay, and here what we'll do is we'll just remove that to do. So how will you do that? So we'll set to do's is state dot to do's dot filter. So we'll also need like not the new to do, but the ID of the to do which we want to remove. So filter, here we'll be getting two things. First of all, the to do and the index of that to do. We'll say if the I is not equal to ID, so all the other ones other than the one which is having this particular ID, that will basically remove the to do. So I think this is the state. This is like a simple, very simple store which we have created using Zustand, and you can use this very simply. You can use this anywhere. Let's say I'm gonna use this over here. So how will I do it? Like I'll say, let's say to do store, use to do store, right? And once you have that, let's say you want to add a to do, right? You'll have to keep a track of this. So to do and set to do, right? And you have to call use state. By default it will be like empty, and whenever there's something written on this, so on change, say we get an event which is set to do, it will be e dot target dot value, not validate message, value, right? Once that is done, what we'll do is we'll be having the to do, and this is now the to do which we want to add. So here what we can do is, on the button click, we can say on click, what we can do is we can just say that to do, okay, to do store dot add, what was the name? The name was add to do, and here we have to pass a to do, right? New to do, whatever we want to add. So that will be this is the one that will basically add it, right? The next thing what we have to do is we have to render this according to the to do's which we have in our store. So we'll say to do store dot to do's dot map the current to do. We'll be getting two things from here. First is the current to do. So by the way, this will conflict. So let's say underscore to do from this, right? This also has a name to do. This also has a name to do. So I just give an underscore in between. So let's give an index, and what we can do now is we can return the right. By the way, this is not a recommended way to give a key, but let's do it. Let's give an I as a key, right? Now, as I think, if you just go and type a test, come on, work. Yeah, it worked. You can see you can add as many to dos as you want. The next thing what you have to do is you have to actually we can give some amount of padding over here. So we can say style, okay, not padding, actually margin, and we'll be giving it huge because we can. Okay, this is looking cool, right? So we are successfully adding the tools, but just close is not working or remove is not working. By the way, that shouldn't be closed, that should be removed. So remove, right? And let's say we want to remove it. So in normal scenario, what you have to do is you have to pass the state, do it a lot of hassle. You don't have to do that over here. You can just get that to do store over here as well. So to do store is equal to use to do store, and by the way, as you have ID, So you can say on click to do store dot remove to do, and you can pass that id over there and save it, and let's see does it work or not. Yeah, it works fine. If you're thinking like does it actually working, okay, the first one is not getting removed. The reason is pretty simple. So the reason is that wait for a second, there is a call. I'll just be right back. Okay, calls disturbing us between the tutorial. Let's ignore them. Let's moving forward. But where were we? Okay, just let's remove. Let's move this thing to this side. This thing, yeah. So here we have the result right now, and the last one is not getting removed, right? That's the issue which we are facing. The issue is actually if you see this remove to do function, the filter doesn't work for one. I think so. That's the issue. Like 0th one. What is the issue? Okay, let's do one thing. This is a very like this is not a good hack, but let's do it. Okay, so state dot to do's dot length is equal to 1. If it is like only 1, then return an empty to do, or like return return empty, right? And if that is not the case, if that is not the case, return this. This is a very bad hack. You should not do it, but I'm doing it because I can. Test 1, test 2. By the way, we are not showing the name. Okay, that's the bad thing. Where's the tab? Okay. Why every I'm just testing. Why is that coming? Because we are only passing this. We are not passing the text. This is bad. So underscore to do. That's the thing which you need to pass there. Once we do that, you can see test 1, test 2, whatever, and you can remove this as well. So I think the last one could also be removed at work. This is a very bad hack. You should not do it. I am sure there's a better way to do it. But what it is, it is. I mean, that's okay. So that was it. This was this tutorial concluding this. Thank you for giving your time. Bye bye. Do consider subscribing the channel if you just want to get these stupid tutorials again and again and again. Bye. So how to quit this from here?